Hi there, my name is Bjorn and I live here in Norway. But what I'm starting to think is that I can't grow old here. Now, backpack, I was just out for an overnighter here in my local woods, walking back towards my house now. And I've been thinking to make this video, for a long time. Norway is a very rich country, partly because of the oil in the North Sea and partly because of the culture. Norway was, I'm going to say was, not is, a high trust society, which makes it very effective in every imaginable way. So why am I saying that I probably can't grow old here? Well, the reason is that mainly because of taxes, I can't save up enough money for my retirement. Sorry, there's something on the lens here. Let's see. Now, I run a small business. It's only me. And I've stopped trying to keep up with mentally the amount of different taxes that I have to pay. Because there are taxes on everything. There are even taxes on taxes. And when you buy something here, you pay taxes. 25% in most cases. VAT. And I think this happened it's happened slowly, gradually. And at this point I'm realizing that I'm just paying taxes on everything all of the time, and I it's too much. Now, I think Norway is the country in Europe with the highest taxes. And if you have a small business, they really don't want you to have a small business, let's put it that way. Now, I love Norway, I love the nature, and I love the fact that it's a fairly safe country. The healthcare system is maybe not great. I know that my health issues, and I am in treatment now for a neurological issue. I did not get any help from the public healthcare system. Not at all. And I've had other things too. No help. Well, they will give you some pills. Oh, are you in pain? Let's give you some antidepressants. No, thank you. Let me just, I want to fix the reason why I'm in pain. Norway is not a good country for people who have ambition, for people who want to start a business. We even have an exit tax, so they will punish you by taking almost half of the value of your company if you try to leave the country. Yeah, it's actually that bad. And that is the main reason why I'm still here. So don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway if you have ambition. Don't come to Norway if you plan to take responsibility for your own retirement by saving up into a retirement fund. This is not a good country for that. It will bleed you dry. And I mean, it provokes me because they're always saying, the politicians, that, oh, we can't lower the taxes. No, because we have to redistribute income. What that means is they're putting their hands into some people's pockets and taking their money and giving them to, well, probably themselves most of the time, but people who come here like immigrants. Now, this is not me. I don't want to come across as someone hating immigrants. That's not my intention here. But I mean, let's face it, you would have taken that money if you came to another country. I think you would have. But you know, it breaks you slowly, but surely it breaks you, and it has broken me. I don't see a reason, for instance, to work more, to make more money. It's like, you know, I'm a novelist, and sometimes I'm asked, can you come and do a lecture? And then I have to respond and say that, well, you have to pay me quite a lot, because it takes a whole day, and I have to pay, well, roughly, before that money ends up in my private bank account, I've paid half of that money that you paid me in taxes. So, you know, I'll have to you'll have to pay me basically the double of what I need for being away for a full day. And then they usually respond, you know, oh, we can't do that, that's too much. Yeah, I know. That's how the system has been rigged here. So I don't know. I really don't want to leave Norway. Well, I don't like the winters anymore. I really don't. I like the spring. Now it's the 1st of May. Workers' Day. Isn't that funny? I have to work. I have to work. I can't take the day off. But anyway, yeah, I'm rambling here, I guess. But I had a nice night out in the woods, you know, and just wanted to complain a little bit about my situation here. And I'm starting to think that I'm getting close to my field. It's not my field, but a field close to my field, close to my house. You can see it behind me. So there might be some deer out there. At the end of the day, you kind of end up in the same situation as when you were a teenager and you had your first job. You didn't pay taxes, and you didn't have much costs, and I think you kind of end up with the same amount of money after the taxes, after the paying the bills for the stuff that you didn't really want, the things that tie you down, if you get what I'm saying. Even though I have a profession that a lot of people would really want to have, as a novelist and YouTuber. I have 4 channels here on YouTube, and I am lucky, I know, but still, I have to work too. I can't take, I don't have the freedom that I hoped that I would have. I'll never be able to save up enough money for retirement in Norway. Just want a simple life now, and I want to you know, I'm not asking for much. I just want food on the table and a car to be able to drive around, you know. Yeah. But even that is getting difficult in Norway now, even on a high income. Why? Yeah, you guessed it, because of the taxes. Some people will be writing in the comments that the taxes are not that bad, I just pay 30% taxes. Well, you don't. If you're going to spend that money, you are, in addition to that, paying VAT. But yeah, maybe the taxes are not that bad if you don't have a high income. But if you have a somewhat high income, you're exactly right at the level where Norway is not the country for you. If you're immensely rich, I don't think paying 50% taxes matters that much, because you will be left with enough money even after the taxes. But I am not in that situation. So anyway, thank you for watching.